pausing breathing, the damage is done.
In your face epidemic.
ऐसे समय में हवा खराब है चलना
चाहिए सेफ्टी होनी चाहिए बच्चों की सेफ्टी
अच्छा अच्छा बंद नहीं होना चाहिए स्कूल
पढ़ाई पे नुकसान हो जाएगा जी मैम
हाइब्रिड मॉडल हो जाना चाहिए ठीक है ना अगर कोई आना चाहता है तो आ जाए और नहीं तो ऑनलाइन हो
सरकार को कोई इस पे एक्शन लेना चाहिए कि एटलीस्ट कम से कम ये हो कि बच्चों को प्रॉब्लम ना हो।
The sun has risen, but amid the smog. It is yet another morning in the national capital. The air has a strange, nauseous stench yet again. The breath is heavy, unbearable at times. The whiff of pollutant so stark that makes one wonder if something poisonous was burning all night. We see people exercising, some of them undeterred with the filth they are breathing. Others aware but helpless.
My wife is also telling that you don't go daily. No, it is very dangerous also for my lungs. But it has become my habit coming daily.
रनिंग तो करनी ही पड़ेगी ना जब कुछ करना है तो करना ही पड़ेगा फिटनेस तो इम्पोर्टेंट ही है
Well, as you can see right here at India Gate, right now, the AQI is over 300, but that doesn't stop just so many people from exercising. People say that they do know that the quality of air is very bad, but fitness is also important. However, doctors have said that exercising in the outdoors like this, like the way these people are doing, is extremely harmful and actually counterproductive. So, when the air quality is so bad, try not to exercise is what doctors have said. Do you feel the stench in the air? Do you smell the stench?
I smell smoke. It just smells like wood fires burning. That's what it smells like, or fireplaces. That's what it smells like to me.
छोड़ छाड़ के चले जाओ मन करता है
मन तो करता ही नहीं है क्या करूं
कैसा है गांव की हवा और यहाँ शहर की हवा
गांव की हवा बहुत अच्छी है यहाँ का थोड़ा बहुत ऐसा ही है
The quintessential Delhi ki sardi, the lovely cup of tea in the morning, the beautiful warm clothes that we all get to wear, and the nip in the air, the lovely food that we eat during the winter months in the national capital of the country. Delhi ki sardi has been romanticized like nothing else has been. Trust me, it's not the same anymore. When we talk about Delhi ki sardi, it's about the stench in the air. It's about the filth that we breathe in the winter months, forcing people to run away from their homes literally. That is being seen across the city right now. The national capital is breathing filthy, toxic air. And what's worse is that we've normalized it, thinking that it's just a matter of few weeks at best, and our lungs will get affected. Maybe our asthma problems will get worsened, but it's way beyond that. It's chronic air pollution. Winters just sort of magnify it. And that's the reason why I say Delhi ki sardi doesn't really offer that comfort any longer.
Air pollution, especially the fine particulate matter 2.5 and ultra-fine particulate matter less than zero point 0.1 micron, they not only reach the lungs, they are able to cross from the lungs into the bloodstream and go to all parts of the body. They cause inflammation or narrowing of our blood vessels, higher chance of heart attacks. And it's been seen in various studies that they can lead to dementia, they can lead to affects stroke, and also other organs can be affected.
What we now see is consensus, agreement among doctors that the air pollution problem is a silent epidemic. So PM 2.5 and PM 10, what is in our air, the air that we are breathing, is not just impacting our lungs, it's impacting every organ, every cell of our body. And that's the reason why I have a neurologist with me, I have an eye doctor, and I have an oncologist. Younger people are getting cancer. I think the air has a lot to do with this, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You are absolutely right. Air pollution is one of the leading cause of increasing the cancer of the lung in non-smokers. The PM 2.5, PM 10 we talk about. Apart from that, PAH, you know, uh, PAH, benzene, and heavy metals, arsenic,
Which is there
cadmium,
in the air right
It
now?
is indeed.
It's there in
It
the
is
air that
indeed.
we are breathing
Yes.
right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Is this an air emergency?
It is. It is. Yes, it
Is
is.
this is this is this a
Absolutely.
silent epidemic
It is not so silent.
anymore?
It is in
It's
your
actually
face.
in your
It is
face
in
and
your
you're wearing a
face
mask.
epidemic now.
See, what happens is these particle 2.5 or smaller, they can penetrate the lung into the bloodstream and they go inside the tissues, exciting a reactive reaction causing oxygen species which cause inflammation. This inflammation causes cell death and destruction of brain, which actually means that the more we are exposed to pollution, the brain is dying, and that leads to formation of tangles which causes Alzheimer's disease.
Talk to us about what happens to the eyes when it comes in touch with these pollutants and also the long-term impact.
So what exactly is air pollution? So air pollution, it consists of multiple toxic gases, that's sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, nitrous oxide, and the particulate matter. So what these particulate matter and the gases do, they causes inflammation and some cytological reaction, the changes on the ocular surface, that the main ocular surface, the first tear film that is present on our eye surface. So what this causes is inflammation, irritation, the burning sensation. Patient complain of lot of redness, watering, itching sensation. So first and foremost is avoid the outdoor activities as much as possible. The person who wear the contact lenses, they should minimize it because contact lenses, they further aggravate your dryness, they further aggravate your allergic conjunctivitis. Use the protective wear, protective glasses are there who protects your eyes, surrounding from the dust and pollution. Lot of lubrication to the eyes, stay hydrated, and just avoid the over-counter drugs.
N95 masks do help people when you're going out and air QI is bad. It acts as one filter which filters out the particulate matter and doesn't allow them to enter the lungs. But it's important that you wear it properly.
Bhavreen is with us and so is Namrata. They call themselves warrior moms. The reason is because they've been battling this crisis for years together at a stretch. And that's the reason why there is, Bhavreen, a sense of fatigue right now, given that the government has also changed. What really is going on as far as the advocacy for right to breathe is concerned?
Yes, Sneha, it's very, very, absolutely. When you said fatigue, we are exhausted, saying the same things again and again, and it just keeps getting worse because the battle that you were fighting, maybe it was firecrackers for 10 years, or you're speaking about waste management from 2016 bylaws. Any enforcement that we are talking is far away from reality. The reason that we are here, and so it's come from denial to now lies in the sense of data being fudged. Citizens are confused. How will ordinary citizens like us know what is right, which app, how? So there's a sense of it's a misleading movement going on, so that it's just an illusion being made. The optics are being
The air is
promoted.
not as bad.
Air is not bad, and then everything is being done, whether in the name of a. So we saw those last 6 years, 7 years on Smog Tower, which is a failure. But it's taken so many years. But we obviously, our children didn't pause breathing. We are not pausing breathing. The damage is done. Now you're talking of smog guns and your cloud seeding. So everything is so optic and so band-aid, knee-jerk. So I think citizens also need to get a bit aware.
We've normalized not wearing a mask. We've normalized that at 300, it's okay to go outside and play. We've not stopped parks. No one is advising us what is the right thing to do. This is not correct. They're going to have charcoal lungs at the end of it. My son wears a mask to school. Schools need to send a directive. Schools are waiting for an advisory. Nothing is coming from the government.
When we are writing, we are literally begging. It's not a request now, we're really begging that do the right things so people know, the schools know. The elite schools were having sports day a couple of days ago. They were, parents went there, they stood against it, but they didn't listen. Why will they listen? Because It's not our
The
job.
sense of urgency is missing here, is what I
The
feel.
leaders, the political leaders, the governments, they have to head. Like you said, a perfect example of how wonderfully one message from the Prime Minister's office can make that change. No NGOs and people and citizens don't need to say a thing. They must lead.
There's so much studies that speak about that air pollution directly causes IUGR. And my son was born in his 8th month. He was a premature baby. He was just 1.5 kilos. After that, he's had 4 eye surgeries because and now people say, he's bounced out of it. Yes, he's bounced out of it because I've almost kept him in a bubble for the first 2.5 years. Of course, COVID helped me keep him in that bubble. But it's difficult.
Look at that smog gun. Yeah, I'd like to tell our colleague to just capture those visuals. Look at that smog gun there. You know, I've been. It's actually funny and it's sad at the same time, Namrata, that these smog guns are just settling the dust. You know,
only
for
PM10.
for some time. No. So let's just talk a little about that. We've seen several of those buses roaming around with those big smog guns. This is settling the dust for just some time.
And that's only temporary.
That's what.
It's only temporary. It's
For
like
1 hour, maybe at best, because when it gets hot, then it dries up, right?
The problem we're talking about the emissions, PM 2.5. That does nothing to do it. It's still there. It will remain. It'll only go if you will stop them at the source.
The newly elected BJP government that came to power with promises of clean air is now on the defensive.
पिछले मैं अगर 10 सालों के आंकड़े की बात करूं तो कल का दिन भी पिछले 10 सालों के मुकाबले में बहुत साफ दिन रहा। 200 के आसपास एक्यूआई रहा, जो अपने आप में एक बड़ा काम है। 10 साल जिन्होंने दिल्ली को बर्बाद किया हो, वो कैसे उनको ये हजम हो जाए कि दिल्ली ठीक होने लग पड़ी।
जो आज की डेट में पिछले साल जब पिछली सरकारों का राज था, उससे नित रोज कम है। और जो लोग 15 साल की सरकारें चला के चले गए, कभी उन्होंने दिल्ली की चिंता नहीं की, कभी दिल्ली को समाधान नहीं दिया। जिन्होंने 11 साल की सरकार चलाई, कभी उन्होंने समाधान नहीं दिया। आज वो हमारी 8 महीने की सरकार से प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं।
A few days ago, cloud seeding, done by other countries in the past, failed miserably in Delhi.
जिस तरह से ये क्लाउड सीडिंग पे चर्चा हुई है, वो एक्सपेरिमेंट कम और एक तरह से पॉलिटिकल थिएटर ज़्यादा लग रहा है। जैसे कि ये कहना कि आपने दिल्ली के 5% एरिया में क्लाउड सीडिंग की है और उसके कारण आप बोल रहे हैं 6-7% प्रदूषण कम हो गया है और इतनी जल्दी, ये एक सही एक तरह से सही उनका ये एनालिसिस नहीं है। तो अगर क्लाउड दिल्ली में नहीं है तो आप सीड कैसे कर सकते हो? बारिश कहां से ला सकते हो? जैसे कि आईआईटी दिल्ली बोल रही, उन्होंने ये स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि हम 15-20% मॉइस्चर पे क्लाउड सीडिंग कर रहे थे, तो ये तो श्योर शॉट फेलियर था।
Then there is the famed Smog Tower, even as environmentalists are sure about its limited utility. It continues to trap dust in Delhi's Anand Vihar, one of the hottest spots of pollution in the city. In Delhi's Connaught Place, the picture is very different. So right behind me is one of the 2 smog towers in the national capital. One is in Anand Vihar in Delhi, and the second one is in Connaught Place where we are right now. But what do we see here? The smog tower, made at the cost of 20 crore rupees as per the previous environment minister of Delhi, is not even working. Take a look at these fans right now. In fact, I do see a stray dog that has made itself comfortable right where the fans are supposed to work. But these fans are dysfunctional. So even the band-aid solutions are half-hearted here. The smog tower has been dysfunctional right there. You can see it demarcates the meter room and the RMU room as well. It's a smog control tower, but it is not even functional. One among the 2 that the ministers have said is going to help control the pollution in the national capital, but it's not even working. If you live in this sprawling Indo-Gangetic plain spread across North India, as well as eastern Pakistan, southern Nepal, and most of Bangladesh, you will live 7 years less than people in other parts of the country. That means if you are a resident of the states and union territories of Bihar, Chandigarh, Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, and Bengal, you will live on an average shorter than your counterparts in the rest of the country. This, as per a 2019 study by the Energy Policy Institute at the University of Chicago. There are various reasons for this. Smoke from crop fires is one of the main reasons. As per the NASA, influxes of dust from the Thar Desert to the west, motor vehicle emissions, industrial and construction activity, fireworks and fires for heating and cooking also produce particulate matter and other pollutants, making this region particularly susceptible. This month, almost 10 most polluted cities in India were located within the National Capital Region. The fallout of that is writ large. Outpatient departments of hospitals in the city are fast filling up.
मैं जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया से वापस आया था मेरी मेरी तबीयत खराब बहुत गंदी ख़राब हुई थी मुझे सांस लेने में बहुत दिक्कत आ रही थी मेरी नोज़ ब्लॉक हो ही जा रही थी जब भी मैं रात को सोता था मैं जब उठता था तब भी नोज़ ब्लॉक थी मैं जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में था मुझे कोई ऐसी डिफ़िकल्टीज बिल्कुल भी नहीं थी
फिर जब मैंने इसको स्टीम देना बेसिकली स्टार्ट किया और मेडिकेशंस तो चल ही रहे थे तो उससे वो चीज़ें और थोड़ी बढ़ गई मतलब इसको फिर वो कफ का प्रॉब्लम भी स्टार्ट हो गया पॉल्यूशन की वजह से आई बिलीव इनफैक्ट आई एम प्लानिंग टू मूव आउट ऑफ कंट्री
Every year we see during these months, October, November, December, patient usually comes with complaints of sore throat, that is pain in the throat, nasal irritation, eye irritation, stuffiness, coughing which is often prolonged, breathing difficulty, there is a lot of phlegm, usually dirty. We see children, we see younger population, we see elderlies coming with no history of asthma, COPD, interstitial lung disease, and yet they are complaining of cough which is not resolving even after home remedies and antibiotics which they take over the counter. There are a lot of patients who have fibrosis in their lungs, they are on oxygen. To those patients, I advise if you can afford, move out of Delhi.
Children, experts say, are particularly vulnerable to bad air. But do parents and these children really have an option? The problem is that in the national capital, it's business as usual. We're right outside a school in Delhi city, and these children are going to school with an AQI of 300 plus, which means there will also be physical activity in school. These children will be exposed to all the air pollutants, but schools have not been shut in Delhi. It is not an emergency. In spite of the fact that it is an emergency, children are encouraged to go to school. There aren't any advisories from schools in the national capital, and it's life as usual for kids, for senior citizens, for those vulnerable. Nobody is recognizing that the air that they're breathing every moment could be deadly for them. And that's the reason why these children continue to go to school, and that there is zero advice on the precautions to be taken. Air pollution, sadly, has been normalized in our country. ये स्कूल बंद होना चाहिए
या हाइब्रिड मॉडल हो जाना चाहिए ठीक है ना अगर कोई आना चाहता है तो आ जाए और नहीं तो ऑनलाइन हो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है
देखिए स्कूल बंद होगा तो बच्चों की पढ़ाई पे इफेक्ट पड़ेगा ये तो हम नहीं चाहते कि स्कूल बंद हो सरकार को कोई इस पे एक्शन लेना चाहिए
Human beings are known to adapt and also to figure their lives around whatever situations that they find themselves in. And that's exactly what has happened in the case of air pollution as well. We've normalized it to the extent that our economy is shaping up around air pollution. People's behaviors is getting shaped by air pollution, and this is obviously fueling a whole different type of an economy called the smog economy. Demand for products related to mitigate air pollution or reduce the adverse impact of air pollution, travel related to air pollution, therapies that people are going in for air pollution or to deal with the problem of air pollution, all of this has seen a very big push in the last few months also, in the last few years also. We're going to be telling you a little about the smog economy. Pollution is a great leveler. Bad air affects everyone. But this is only true to an extent. Because while poor people on the streets breathe in the toxic air, the rich often have the luxury of air purifiers and opportunities to get away during pollution months. And it is this privilege that is driving the smog economy in India. From wellness retreats to real estate premiums, pollution has found a way to monetize itself. Travel choices are no longer based solely on cost, convenience, or Instagram appeal. Increasingly, travelers are weighing the cost of poor air quality. A growing number of people are choosing destinations with cleaner air, seeking what many call air detox holidays.
We have many of our guests, especially from NCR, Punjab, UP, and even some of the larger metros in south of India, who are traveling to us because they want to improve their respiratory health. So yes, there is a concern today amongst the people staying in the larger cities about their respiratory health, because they are able to kind of link it back to whether they are breathing fully, whether they are getting breathless, which was not earlier the case, because of the pollutants in the air. So these are all causes of concern which people are looking at addressing when they're coming, for a program to us.
People today are not just looking for the break, they are looking for the relief. At Nad, when guests arrive and take their first breath, there's this visible sense of calm. They often say, this is what breathing should feel like.
This detox program at Nad is all about purifying the body, rejuvenating the lungs, and restoring balance, helping you breathe clean and feel renewed amidst poor air quality.
It's not just travel. Air pollution is fast becoming a real estate variable. What was once about location and lifestyle is now also about lung health. Developers across India are adding air quality ratings to their listings alongside the usual energy efficiency scores. In cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bengaluru, luxury homes now advertise built-in air purifiers, anti-smog ventilation, and rooftop gardens designed to filter toxins, turning clean air into a premium amenity. A lot of people in Delhi seem to be getting some sort of a false assurance that this is going to protect them against PM 2.5, which is very fine particulate matter. The fact is, it won't. They seem to be wearing either this or some sort of a cloth mask, which is extremely ineffective. This isn't going to be blocking your PM 2.5. So stop giving that small sense of assurance to yourself. Instead, go in for this, an N95 mask or a KN99 mask, which is actually, at this point of time, your most effective weapon against air pollution. And that's what doctors have been advising. Wearable air purifiers that create a clean air bubble around the face are being tested globally. The crisis of air pollution has been turned into a profit opportunity by many. And there are many people who are in a position to avail of many facilities that would safeguard them to some extent from the ill effects of filthy air. But what one shouldn't really forget is that the right to breathe is a very basic human right.